It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. Moore now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
To throw is James. On 1st and 10, they'll roll him out right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second down at 4. Looking to throw. James looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. James. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. James. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. From the 9, 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, James. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Hawkins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
3 yards the gain there, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 1st and 10, Fisher. And this one completes a read. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry here for the big tight end. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Hawkins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Hawkins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. James into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And now here's a carry heading left. Powers through. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw. Hawkins. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Successful start to the drive. 17 yards and moves the sticks.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the gun, James. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. James rolling to his left. Fights off the defender. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, James. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Now a throw here to his running back. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the
tailgate.
Yeah, like an egg underhanded, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Hawkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. James. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
James now on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, James steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Hawkins. Caught on the right side. Reed. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Hawkins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. To try to add the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Six yards left on second down.
Operating from the gun, James. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, James. Rolling to his right. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
James looking to throw on 2nd down. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now James throwing on 1st down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On 1st down, Hawkins over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the 3rd quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gaudin.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about... turnovers, because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be...
Throwing on first down. Hawkins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And he's going to get a good... 30. To throw on second down. Fisher. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
From the gun on third down, Fisher. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Fisher. Out to the right. This one pulled in by Streets. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st and 10, Fisher. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Heading back out there now, the Saints defense. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. shreds. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fisher.
And he's got his big tight end here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards to pick up there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Fisher. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards the game there, second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Looking to throw. Fisher. Forced out to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, and offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defensive side.
Takeaways, man.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Fisher. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fisher on the move to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Lutz's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
throwing the made field goal. Lutz to kick it away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They'll run on first down. It's Walker, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hernandez. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Hernandez. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Hernandez. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hernandez. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run again with Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Hernandez from the gun on third down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Fisher. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Fisher. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now here's a carry heading left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Fisher. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fisher. He'll buy some time right. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. welcome back now here in London. London. On first down, Cole. On this one, incomplete. The pressure. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw on 3rd down, Cole. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Cole. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try again.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Moore now on the return.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field. Throwing on 1st down. Wallace. And Walker has it. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 2nd down. Wallace. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Wallace. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Catch made, it's Moreau.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wallace. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walker. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throw, but incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cole. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cole. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Cole. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Cole throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down. Wallace over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Wallace. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Wide open receiver complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Wallace, and he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw. Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Wallace.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Wallace. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. Wallace.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.